Okay, okay. All right. So, yeah, we actually went up higher on the Nasdaq, above what is it? The trend channel, and we went towards the liquidation area, up towards our recent most highest high, and liquidated people that had short positions in that area, and now there's probably going to be more new short positions being entered here now that those were liquidated by smart money. So that's what smart money did. It pushed the price up to liquidate that, um, and to steal these positions here. So now smart money has entered the market. It might go back up again, but before it does, it's going to go down. That's the Nasdaq. So a lot of people probably like got out around here thinking like, oh no, we broke out of the channel, we're going into a, you know, you know. I mean, it could reverse. It could reverse and go to the upside, right? But it, I don't think it's going to. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't ever invest any money that you're not willing to lose. Um, but this is just based on what I'm doing, based on um, the indicator that I'm using, and the trend lines that I drew based on that indicator, and also just on basic trend lines, um, just basic stuff. This yellow trend line I actually drew off camera, but I'll zoom out just to show it, and it's just that. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. It's just that on the hourly, but I mean, I drew it on the hourly before this candle, before it shot up above it. So right around here is where I drew it. But then, yeah, um, it just went up and hit liquidation and came back down, which I'm not surprised. Um, so, yeah, at this point, it went below the green line here on the hourly. Let's skip to the 4 hour, see what's going on there. Okay, yeah, so it's still respecting this trend line on the 4 hour, and it's only wicking above it. Um, really, guess this should be. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Um, this trend line should be from here to here. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's go back to the hourly. All right, cool. All right, cool. That's a lot better. Um, but yeah, we're just waiting. 4 hour. I mean, the only thing that we can really gauge off of the 4 hour that's valid really is this purple line, which is the daily line, which is the same as this green line here. But like I said, you get all this for free. If you like, comment, and subscribe to any one of my lives or the um, what you call it, the regular YouTube videos. I guess we'll skip on over to Bitcoin now. Yeah, I mean, I'm still bearish on the Nasdaq. Um, so it's just a matter of time before price it goes sideways long enough to get below this purple line, and once it does that, it's going to start trailing downwards, at least, if not slamming straight down, taking the elevator down right away. So we'll see what happens, but I'm expecting at least a correction to um, let me see. Let me see actually. Um, hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Check the fib. Curious. I would say we're at least expecting a correction to, I don't know. It's kind of too early to say at this point, actually. Unless I zoom out. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of too early to say. Mm. Anyways, we're heading towards the downside. As to how far down we're gonna go, it could be like it could be a huge crash, or it might not be, because you never know what's gonna change with policy, right? So I'm looking at it here on the daily, and let's see here. This green line here is the only thing that would have me worried, right? If this shoots up far enough, fast enough, and the price levels out or kind of tapers off to the upside and then levels out and back goes below this green line, then I'll be concerned. Until then, overall in the Nasdaq, I'm pretty much bullish, but just bearish, with regard to the 4 hour because of this daily purple line here. So, or that daily, I should say. I mean, that's what this indicator, the line 6, that's the purple one. Just turn it off for a second so you can see. So you can get all this for free. You just gotta like, comment, and subscribe. Get the indicator. Also leave your TradingView username in the comments. Okay, that's the video. Yeah. Basically, well, actually, yeah. I just want to leave off by saying, obviously, I named the title "Scared Money Don't Make No Money." So basically, what I'm saying is, like, I held, right? I shorted. Can't remember where I shorted. Let me go back in the hourly. Take a look. I think I put my short in. Can't remember. Somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly. But I saw it come back down here. I was like, all right, cool. Saw it come back up. Thought it might get rejected here. Nope. All right. I wasn't worried though. It went up. I wasn't worried. It was like right here last night. I went to sleep. I woke up. Basically saw this, right? Actually, I didn't even check it for most of the day, like, because I wasn't too worried about it, like, really. Like, if it did go up above this level, I wouldn't expect it to go much higher than where it went, because even if it does, this purple line is looking across above price, with price failing to keep up with the rise of this line. They're starting to converge, and once price crosses aggressively enough against the purple line, it's to the downside. So, I mean, as far as how far down it's gonna go realistically, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, right? Um, I'm just trying to see where we have multiple indicators converging at the same level, if anywhere at all. Because, like, here I see the value area low at the 50% mark, right? Those are two, but, and then there's a fair value gap here, but that doesn't really, really, to even get to this level, we have to break below these liquidation blocks here. And if we can do that, then we can worry about this. It's really a wait and see type process. We don't know until we know. But the thing that we do know is that price is starting to want to cross below, potentially below this purple line here. So anyway, that's the live. Catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, wait, did we talk about Bitcoin? No, we didn't talk about Bitcoin. All right, hold on. Hold on. Or did we? No, we didn't. Okay. Okay. I almost forgot about Bitcoin. All right. So, I'll do that. So Bitcoin still above 100,000, so I'm not that worried about it. And actually, 100,000 is right at this liquidation block. We might even dip a little bit. Yeah, we should be fine. We might get below it like a little bit, and that might be a tactic to shake a lot of people out, actually, psychologically. But there's just so many people that are bullish on Bitcoin. Um, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me zoom out to the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, it did break this trend line though. But that's healthy for it to keep going up. For us to create a new lower bound on the channel is actually healthy because I bet you this lines up. Yep, that lines up right there. We clone that. It's actually healthy for us to create a new lower bound. I don't know where it's going to land, right? But it's going to start like somewhere up here. Um, right, I don't know where it's going to land. But basically, it's going to allow us to keep going up because we need to make a correction to keep going up, right? It would not be healthy for the market to go up too far too fast without making a correction, because then when it does make a correction, it goes too far to the downside. So in order for us to break up towards this fib level right here at 130k, it does make sense that we need to kind of go towards the downside and shake out some of the scared money. And it's also going to be another great buying opportunity to buy more. Um, I I'm not selling anything. Um, you know, I'm I'm staying in the Nasdaq so long as we don't go above the highest high we just made. I don't know, like a month ago or 2 months ago or something like that. And I'm not selling in anything in crypto um, unless we go like below like this 50% mark. You know, and actually even then I wouldn't even sell anything. I would just buy more, right? So, um, but there needs to be a correction for us to go back up towards the upside even even more aggressively. If you want those big giant candles to come up, those huge swings, those giant moves, you need corrections because you can't just have constant momentum towards the upside or the downside. You need to have that chop in order to create the potential for the momentum for the price to get to where you want it to go. So that's the video. I'll catch you guys later. That's it.